Hey my loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Christabel and this is my YouTube channel. Welcome. So in today's video I'm going to be telling you about my personal experience traveling to Spain, Malaga to be precise, because that's where I visited in Spain. Malaga is one of the most beautiful cities you should try to visit. Like, Malaga is a beautiful place. Is a beautiful place. Just visit Malaga. So I thank God for the opportunity to visit this country, to experience other people's culture and see how diverse the world is, and try to understand why certain people do what they do and certain people believe in what they believe. I hope to explore more around the world in 2024. At least I've taken one country out of 2024 and more to come, and that's some period, but by God's grace. This is based on my own personal. I'm not going to generalize. That's why I didn't tell you things I observed, things about Spain. I'm not going to tell you about Spain because I know nothing about Spain. I'm just going to be talking based on my personal experience visiting Spain, and this is just applicable to me. So if you have a different opinion about Malaga, then it's for you. So I'm talking based on my own experience. We all have different ways we experience things, we see things, and that's it. So I'm going to be talking about like business. When it comes to shops open by 10 in Malaga. From what I noticed, shops open by 10 because I was really desperate to get an adapter in the morning because my phone was real dead. It was dead. I did not go with a power bank or anything traveling. I went with my charger and my charger couldn't charge it couldn't get into their own socket, so I needed to get an adapter. I was really desperate to get an adapter, but guess what? I had to sleep the whole night without my phone because it's dead and wait until the morning, only for me to discover that shops open by 10. When I mean by 10, I mean from 10 a.m. You can't find any shop open by 9:30. No, you won't find. So from my experience, I had to wait until 10. I went out, and even at that 10 I couldn't get everything I wanted. Yeah, I couldn't even get the adapter at that point because most of the electronic shops, they call it whatever they call it. So most of these shops that could sell the adapter to me, they were not open. I had to wait. I had to go back to the house. Yeah, I went back to the house and then got out again by 11, and that's when I saw like a lot of shops open. Like, it was looking like people actually live in this city. I don't know if you get what I mean, because the first time I went out by 10, because there's always a bell that rings. It rings every hour. Yeah, it rings every hour. So when it's 7, it rings. When it's 8, it rings every hour. It rings hourly. Yeah, so it was when I went out again by 11 that I found lots of shops open. But guess what? These people open so late and then they close early. You would be so lucky to find a shop still open. Like, when I mean a shop, you'll be so lucky to find a shop open by 6. It's just few shops that you would still see open by 6 p.m. Otherwise, they are all inside the house. They've all closed. They open late and then they close very early, from my own personal experience. Now, the next thing is, if you're going to Spain, if you're going to Malaga, if you're going to any other part of Europe aside the UK, you should get an adapter. This is one thing I didn't know about, and I don't know why. I do a lot of researching when I'm traveling to a new country. I do a lot of researching. I don't know how I skipped this. And then after skipping it, I still did not go with my power bank. Like, make it make sense. Christabel, make it make sense. So you should get an adapter, like a universal adapter. This is like the socket standard or style that they use in all other parts of Europe aside the UK, who uses the same as the one we use back in Nigeria. Because when I came from Nigeria down to the UK, I didn't have any issue with charging my gadgets and all my other phones, my devices, sorry. I didn't have any issue charging my devices because the socket was like the same thing. So I just connected my charger and then start charging. But going to Spain, and that's why I did not look into it, because I'm like, oh, UK is also in Europe, so if it's in Europe and then I'm able to use my charger here, then I should be able to use my charger there. So that's what I was thinking about. But guess what, they shocked me. And then this is what, so you should buy this. Like this one I got is universal, so I can use it in, it says Europe, I can use it in US, because it got another thing here. I use it in Europe, I can also use it in UK, I can use it in Thailand, I can use it in Australia. So it's universal, you can use it anywhere, I think. Thing I'm going to talk about is dressing. These people in Malaga are decent to a fault. They are so decent in their dressing. So if you are planning to come to Malaga, to visit Malaga, and you are someone that you pay attention to what people think about what you're wearing, what people think about how you look, please get something decent. Don't get something too revealing. Like, you'll be like talking to their partner, like doing faces, making me know that you're talking about me. I was wearing a dress, and then the dress, I know the dress was quite short, so I had like a tight underneath the dress. This did not even make my situation any better. Like, they kept looking at and staring at me. Like, I felt at that point in my life, I felt like the earth should open and then I should just get it into the earth. Because how do you stare at someone and make it so obvious? Like, you are talking about me and then you make it so obvious. You make me know you're talking about me. Like, it's the gods for me. They make it so uncomfortable if you wear something so revealing. So just please, you can get like a jean, because it made me, I went back to the house. That's how worse it was, my situation was. I went back to the house to get changed into a jean trousers before I felt like, oh, I'm walking like a normal human being. I felt like I was so different. They were staring at me like there was something wrong with me. But if you're someone that you don't pay attention to what people think about you, you're comfortable even when people are really staring at you and talking about you, making you know that they are talking about how you dress, then you'll be fine. For me, I'm not that kind of person. I'm very, very self-aware. I'm very self-conscious. If people start talking about me and staring at me, I feel uncomfortable. I'm like, oh, is there anything wrong with my body? Is there anything I am wearing badly? So that's it. Now, another thing is, I could count the number of black people I saw in Malaga. That's not another thing I wanted to talk about. I didn't really see, I'm someone that when I travel to a new country, when I see blacks, I feel excited to be like, oh, there are blacks here. It means blacks are surviving here. So it's a place someone can actually reside. That's how. But in Malaga, when I visited Malaga, I could count the number of blacks. When I was talking to my friend about it, he was like, oh, it's because he visited Malaga. That when he visited Barcelona, yeah, it was different because it's like very, very diverse, like London, that is so much diverse. So I'm like, oh, maybe it's because I visited Malaga. But in Malaga, I could count the number. Like, each day I step out of the house, to be honest, I did not see more than 5 blacks on the road. I'm not even kidding you. And each time I see them, I feel excited, like, oh, okay. UK. Apart from that, except when I went to the beach, yeah, and then I saw few black people, I think, selling around the beach. They were selling these mats you keep on the by the side of the by the seaside and then lay on. I think that was the time I saw up to maybe 10, but they were selling things. Malaga is their housing structure. Now, I feel like I love the way their houses are built. Yeah, I'm not even talking about the size of the houses, because obviously it's bigger than the size of the houses we have here in the UK. But I'm not going to touch on that. I'm not going to touch about the way they build their housing structure. They structure their house, they promote community, they promote interaction houses, and then they build it in a way that there is provision, there's a space for a communal there's like a communal space where the neighbors can all come out from their houses and then sit in the communal space and interact. Unlike in the UK here, where I'm not trying to compare the UK to Spain, don't get me wrong, I'm just trying to give instances where I can stay in my house from, like, for instance, the place I'm living currently, I can stay in my house for like 5 years. I can live here for 5 years without knowing who my next door neighbor is, because everybody live a very busy life here. I'm not even going to lie about that. They just come out, go, come in, come out, go. But as busy as they are, as busy as they appear to be, don't be surprised, they know about your business. I think even in Nigeria, there are houses that are built in such a manner where there is a communal space where neighbors come out and sit down in the middle of the compound, and that's how they build the houses in Spain. They encourage like community, a sense of community right there. And then another thing is they uphold, they have a strong family bond in Malaga, where I stayed, because the families live together. Like, you see a large family living together. You see like the father, mother, daughter who is married with her husband and her kids. They just live like that. They might necessarily not live in like the same house, but they can live in the same compound, just like that. So that's another thing. And then another thing I noticed again about the kids are very respectful. I'm not going to lie about that. They are very respectful. I'm not going to compare it to the UK because so, and transportation, yeah, it's easy to navigate using your Google map. You can easily find places. If you are visiting the country for the first time, you're not going to go missing, because like all the tourist sites are closely related, like they are built closely. So once you get to the cathedral, you can take a walk from the cathedral. You get to the Roman Empire, yeah, the museum, yeah, the Roman Empire. From the Roman Empire, you can also take a walk, like a walk on foot. You get to their Malaguta beach. Is it Plela Malaguta? So they are just related, like they are close by. The way they built it is connected. You don't need to like pay transport or get a bus ticket, or you take an Uber. You don't need to do that. You just, when you get to this place, you can take a walk. So it's okay. Like, it's better. That's the best to save money. As someone visiting the country for the first time, you can just walk on foot to all these places. So that's another thing I like about Malaga, where I visited. And then I tried some food in Malaga, especially the pasta I tried. It wasn't nice, but when I talked to my friend who is also in Spanish, she was telling me that it seems I didn't buy the the food from like the locals, like maybe I got it from a restaurant. I said, yeah, I didn't get it from like a local restaurant. So she was like, that's why it's so I'm going to forgive them for the pasta about that. So this is all about my experience in Malaga. Would I want to visit Malaga again? Maybe, maybe not. But I already told myself that I don't want to visit any country twice, but maybe, just maybe. So I've come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you explore Malaga. Malaga has my heart. I hope you explore. Spain has my heart. I hope you explore Spain before this year runs out. Hopefully you create memories, and that's it. So I'm going to see you in the next video. I'm planning on traveling to somewhere else. I'm not going to tell you. Just stay put. You're going to know very, very soon.